Yo, we're back with another YouTube video. I'm actually on vacation right now. I'm in Florida. I took a winning trade on my eval today. I was halfway to finishing the fucking trade recap video, and then my computer died. So this is take number two. So let's break down this winning trade again. Um, Going into the day, I was bearish. We were creating lower highs and lower lows, and I want to trade with the trend. Um, I was bearish yesterday, and I was bearish at it going into today. We are disrespecting bullish gaps and respecting bearish ones, and I just want to continue to follow this trend. Take out um, either this Asia session low, this London session low, tap into this hourly unfilled fair value gap, trade into EQ. Any of those were good draws on liquidity for me. Um, but I ended up actually taking a long and winning, and I'll explain why. So let's just go down to the 5 minute here. So go down in the 5 minute. What happens off market open? We immediately start trading towards sell side, which isn't ideal. What I have wanted was for these equal highs to get taken out on the 5 minute, for us to create a bearish SMT, and for us to trade lower into EQ and this hourly unfilled fair value gap um, coming out of an inverse. But instead, we immediately went to take out our sell side. And now what happens is, as you can see here, our 5 minutes really fucking disgusting, and I'll explain. When we take out our sell side and we take out buy side, we tend to ping pong in between them. And there's no real rhyme and reason until it finally breaks out. And when it breaks out, it usually will run. It will continue to run in that intended direction. People think, oh, it's going to manipulate and go in the opposite direction. Yeah, but we're on the 5 minute. Like, this is an out almost 35, 45 minutes worth of price action right here. Us just ping ponging back and forth. I'll explain how you can actually utilize this. All right. So I want you to pay attention to this bearish candle right here. We immediately start trading lower at 9:35. So 9:30 we just kind of did nothing. 9:35 we start trading lower, and we create a bullish S&T. How? Well, right here we failed to take out this low and tap into this hourly gap, whereas yes, it did. That is bullish S&T, fair value gap, bullish S&T. So what did I do as soon as I saw that? I started going down a lower time frame to look for an inverse. Ideally, what I have wanted was for us to trade into this hourly gap, right? Trade into EQ, create a bullish S&T off of an intermediate low within the fair value gap, like this low right here or something. That would have been more optimal for me, because then I know for sure, this is definitely a protected low. There's no way we're going to go lower because we have this high resistance liquidity below us coming out of this high time frame PD array. That ended up not happening, so we just created the SMT, which isn't bad, but it also isn't the best. But I'm on the eval, so it doesn't matter as much to me. If I was an XFA, I would have been a little bit more picky. So let's just break down what I saw. After I saw that SMT, what did I do? I was looking on the lower time frame, waiting for an inverse fair value gap. On the 2 minute, we have a fair value gap here. What do? We inverse it. But I want you to pay attention to something here. When we inverse it on the 2 minute, look at this huge wick. This huge wick. On this 2 minute, we close past my break-even point. So I wouldn't have taken it on the 2 minute. But, however, on the 1 minute, or where the fuck am I at? There we go. On the 1 minute, the fair value gap on the 1 minute, it doesn't close all the way up until here. So you could say, yeah, this is an optimal entry. I'm going to enter right here on this 1 minute. But the closure on the 1 minute compared to the closure on the 2 minute sucks. And I want to take the highest time frame inversion. So I didn't take the 2 minute yet because I was waiting to see if the 1 minute was going to inverse it. Because the 1 minute was all the way up here, the 2 minute was down here. We could have inversed it on the 2, but still have been in this 1 minute and just immediately respected it and went lower. So I had to wait. I was flip-flopping between both. I wanted to see if the 1 minute inversed it and if the 2 minute inversed it and how the 2 minute inversion looked. And the 1 minute inversed it, the 2 minute inversed it, the 2 minute candle was shit. This is not a good inverse candle that you want to see with a big wick like this. That's showing strong rejection to go higher. So I faded it. If I have taken the trade, it would have hit and ended up running and taking out these two highs here. But when it took out these two highs here and here, what did it do? On the higher time frame, when it took out, what is this, May 18th, 8:30 p.m., so Asia's session high on May 18th, what did we do? We created a bearish SMT because NQ took it out and ES did not. It's nowhere near it at that time. So, now that we swept liquidity, I'm looking again to trade back into this 1 hour fair value gap like I wanted before. It just took a little bit longer. So I was like, okay, this actually isn't too bad. We swept our buy side. Now we should trade to our sell side, which higher time frame is what I intended. And we have a huge rejection wick here too, showing a huge potential for us to go lower because we're rejecting off of this liquidity sweep, which is good. So on the lower time frame, what did I see? Let me just delete this off my screen. On the lower time frame, what did I see? Oh, let me just take a step back real quick. When we inverse this here as well, we also inverse the 15-minute fair value gap right here. This is a 15-minute gap, and we inversed it too. So that showed sentiment for it to go higher and definitely take out these two draws, which it did. Moving on. Second trade. This one right here. This would have been a break-even trade here. What happened? We go back lower after we reject off of this high. Immediately start pushing lower, pushing lower. I wasn't going to take an inverse here because, like, I don't know. I wanted to see more structure to it, I guess. So I waited. And then we opened up a 5-minute fair value gap. Boom, right here. We trade up into this 5-minute fair value gap. We get a 30-second inversion to the downside. My chart wants to load. We get a 30-second inversion to the downside. I would have entered right there. And then I would have targeted the hourly gap, which is what I wanted. I wanted to target this hourly gap. And this would have been a winning trade if I had put my stop all the way up here. And that was kind of a big stop for me, 1. And 2, I don't know, some intuition in my head was saying not to take this. I just wasn't confident. I don't know why. I just wasn't really confident in it going lower because we still have this bullish SMT, and you could say the bullish SMT is completed because we took out the high. And we have this bearish SMT making us go lower. But I don't know. I just don't have enough back testing and research on 30-minute inverses, so I just faded it. I was like, I'm not comfortable doing this right now, so I didn't take it. And that's completely fine. Like, you're more than okay to do that. And this would have been a solid trade, like a really good trade. If I have taken this, it would have been fine. And my TP would have gotten hit perfectly, because as soon as we hit the hourly gap, boom, huge rejection out of it. Huge rejection. So this was a faded trade. After we tap into hourly, okay, I was telling myself, okay, we definitely took out our sell side. We definitely took out our buy side. Now, what am I looking for? I'm going to look for a continuation trade. I'm looking for a continuation trade because although we tapped into this hourly and we got a 2-minute inverse out of this, that is not enough for me to know price will continue in that direction. I need to see our high time frame and a low time frame align itself together. We have to break out of just taking an inverse right off of liquidity sweep. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Because our buy side and our sell side are taken out. Our drawn liquidity isn't as strong as it was before. After your drawn liquidity is taken out, your probability is fucking decreased by a lot. But if you take a continuation trade, there's a higher probability. I'm not saying it's 100%. If you could take a continuation trade towards a solid drawn liquidity, you're golden. But our drawn liquidity that I wanted was already taken out. So this 2-minute inverse, I was like, fuck it, I'm ignoring this. I'm not going to even partake in this 2-minute inverse because look at this. Huge fucking candle all the way up here. Ginormous. All the way up top. What ended up happening? Started rallying, like pumping, like fucking crazy. This is like I think this was a 200-point candle. Rallying higher. Huge wicks. And I took a step back. I stopped for a second. I was like, I'm just going to sit on the 5-minute chart and I'm going to wait for something higher time frame to show me what is going to happen. And I did. I waited. I sat on my hands because it was fucking moving like crazy. Volatility was super, super high. It was 10:30-ish, 10:15, which is past macro. Not really past macro, but later in macro. And I was like, I'm just going to sit on the higher time frame and wait. And I did. And what ended up happening, we opened up a 5-minute unfilled for value gap. We trade into it, and we also tap into a BPR. This is a 15-minute BPR from earlier right here. Look at that perfect wick right into that BPR and that 5-minute. Reject out of that. This is my continuation trade. What was I looking? I was looking for a lower time frame inverse. What do we get? We get a lower time frame inverse. Perfect. There's this 1 minute unfilled for value gap and this 1 minute unfilled for value gap. What could I have done? I should have taken this one, the second one, the higher one, because we could have inversed this, tapped in this one, and respected and went lower. What did I do? I entered off of the first inverse. Kind of trigger happy. Shouldn't have done that. Did it work in my favor? Yes. Is this the winning trade I took? Yes. It was a 70-point move, and it was within 3 minutes. Yeah, it's good. Looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have taken the first inverse. I should have waited for the second one. But I don't know. I always just had confidence that regardless if I took out this one or this one, my break even would have gotten taken out. And I literally was just saying, yeah, my break even is going to get taken out. And it did. So, you know, it is what it is. It worked out in my favor. And you're like, oh, why are you longing? What draws and liquidity do you have up here? I'll show you. We have this 30-minute unfilled. And what the fuck did we do? Boom, we took it out. And we have these equal highs up here. So, yes, we still have draws and liquidity to the upside. But if we scale down, what I was looking for in terms of draws and liquidity was these highs and these lows. I was trying to stay in this range because this is a big range. Like, this is a really big range. From here to here. Yeah, it's 400, nearly 400-point range that I was looking to take my trades for today. But we ended up having to break out of this range and have to target something above, which we did. You know, I'm taking a 1,500 take profit, which wasn't all the way to the 30-minute for value gap. But realistically, if I was trading this, like on an XFA or something, I'd fucking be targeting this unfilled 30. 100%. I would be doing that. And I would have put my break even right here, and I would have gotten break even. It's exactly what would have happened. I would have gotten break even, and I would have been pissed off because my take profit would have gotten hit soon after. We get tapped, and then we would have went higher. That's exactly what happened. But I am day trading, and I'm on an eval, and I'm taking low-hanging fruit. So whatever I can get, I can get. That pretty much breakdowns the trade for today. Pretty solid day, besides the beginning of the day. That was kind of bullshit. Price action was kind of butt, ping-ponging in between sell side and buy side. But it ended up working out fine. And yeah, guys, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my week. I hope you do the same. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.